Nick Melinda, The Wire, and Niagara are yours.
And as you see him gingerly test his steps and assess the tension on that wire, the movement of the wire, he's told us in his experience that the hardest part of the walk is often that very first step, that you have to hit it right, Josh. Once you're actually on the wire and you're committed, you're focused, but that first step, that's the point of no return.
It certainly is. Certainly for a man as proud as Nick Melinda.
See him dragging that safety harness behind, and that is something that he has never walked with, and has been doing this, walking on a wire, since age 2.
That helicopter shot.
How you feeling? You're looking good.
High above the falls.
You relax a little.
What a stunning sight that is.
Terry in our production trailer, who Nick tells us doesn't really get nervous about his son walking the wire. The other crazy stunts that he's pulled off make him much more nervous, hanging from a helicopter by his teeth and the like.
You mentioned Terry, again, his rigger, safety coordinator, and his father, the man with the direct link to Nick right now. Let's listen in as father and son take this walk together.
Working fine. Looking good. Just remember to change your rhythm of your steps just a little. Everything's looking good. Good. Thank you, Lord God. Thank you, Jesus.
Josh, Hannah, as Nick approaches the lip or the
How are
brink
you doing, Nick? You
of
think
the
you can
falls,
answer a question or two?
you're told 1,000 times to not look down.
Right,
Don't look down when you're in a high place. But that's not Nick Melinda. He always looks down to see exactly where he is, and this is the first terrifying visual obstacle of this walk, the lip or the brink. We've shown this to you from our vantage point under the falls. It is that 700,000 gallons of rushing water per minute over the edge. The rapids right leading up to the edge are going about 25 miles an hour. When they get to the edge, they've been clocked at 65 miles an hour in a straight down plunge to the deepest part of the Niagara River. It is about 140 feet. Anything that comes off that wire in the next few seconds, it is a turbulent pitch straight down the edge of the falls.
We are in, again, and thank you, Sam, the beginning of the walk. This is the first zone, the descent, as he makes his way down a decline of 5 to 6 degrees on his way to 35 feet below where he began. This, he has repeatedly said, is the most difficult part of the walk. Walking downhill with the weight, and again, with a tether on the back, something he has never worn before. This, as he makes his way to the wet zone and over that lip. Tense moments indeed.
Josh, you can see the movement on the wire from our vantage point, and we heard his father telling him to change the rhythm of his steps. That's because if he maintains the same rhythm of his steps, that wire, that movement of that wire will become more and more pronounced. So that's the one thing that's under his control that he can do, is change his rhythm and hope to keep that wire much more steady.
Just take your time, slow your rhythm down, you're fine.
Thank you for your peace.
pendulum. You're doing fine. How's your harness feel?
Feels fine.
Good. What about, do we have some insects bothering you or anything like that?
No, nothing like that.
How's the mist working?
Nothing yet. Nothing
Good.
yet.
Good. Yeah, I wanted you to get past a couple of the pendulums before you really started having to dealing with that.
As you mentioned, Anna, his father,
What a freaking
36 years, a wire walker himself, married into the family. And as you mentioned, his father, the worrywart of the family. Time and again told Nick Wallenda to give up this dream specifically, a dream more than 2 years in the making. That's how long it took Nick to ask the governments of both the United States and Canada to allow this. This had been illegal since the 1890s. And time and again, his father Terry said, Nick, it'll never happen, to Nick's perhaps eternal credit.
Well, we've talked to Terry about the fact that he was a wire walker for over 3 decades, but essentially he came up as a rigger. He went to circus school. He married into the Wallenda family. This is really in Nick's blood, and it's something that Terry comes into and has married into. And luckily for Nick, his father is a safety expert, not only his coach, but really helped, along with his uncle, who's a NASA engineer, design this very specific wire just for this event tonight.
Nick has allowed us opportunities to speak with him, however briefly, and as he arrives to that lip and stares 20 stories down into that maelstrom, let's see if we can visit with him very briefly. Terry, Josh Elliott, Hannah Storm, can we talk to Nick right now?
Yeah, I think Nick's ready to answer a couple of questions.
All right, Nick, it's Josh, and as you move over that lip, arguably the single most dramatic sight of all, what can you see?
Oh my gosh, it's an unbelievable view. You know, I am so blessed to be in the position I am, to be the first person in the world to be right here, and the only person in the world that will ever be right here. This is truly breathtaking.
It's astounding that you seem to actually be enjoying this experience, Nick.
You know what, I am. Gosh, a long time in the making. This is what dreams are made of, people. Pursue your dreams. Never give up. Mine might seem strange, but anybody that's dealing with any battle, focus on that other side. You'll achieve your goal, achieve your dream, and beat any battle with anything.
Shot high above Niagara Falls. Too incredible to believe. Nick, very quickly, as you enter the wet zone, family so important to you, so much a part of this night, and I know that you have something of your mother's, your homemade shoes that actually are going to help you maybe grip that wire a little tighter with that homemade elk skin on the bottom of those moccasins.
That's correct. These shoes are made by my mother, and it means so much to me to have a piece of my family alongside with me. You know, family is important to me. My beautiful wife, my 3 beautiful children. To have a family that supports me, even when I have crazy ideas like this.
Nick, you mentioned the concern about the movement of the wire. How is that right now?
Feels pretty good right now. You know, one of the challenges I'm having right now is visually, because everything is moving so quickly underneath me, I can't see the wire move, which actually becomes a challenge because I can't prepare for it as it moves. But so far, so good.
Nick, we are going to leave you to it, and we thank you for letting us join you for a tiny portion of your travels.
Thank you, guys.
Well, how do you like that poise and composure as he does what no one ever has, as he attempts this feat that no one ever would? He seems so unnaturally calm.
And yet, trouble looms as he arrives to the wet zone. And this was where that microclimate of Niagara can wreak such potential havoc on this walk. You can see the blinding mist kicked up from that water, 700,000 gallons per second, cascading 20 stories down.